Give me Spain. Early Spanish manuscript. You know this one.
You get ready to do it to them extra heavy.
Extra heavy. Because you know, watch this. They say the Moors that ruled Spain were Muslim. I'm going to show you there's a problem with that. Give me the cover. Give me the cover. Look at this. Early Spanish manuscript illumination. This was put together by John Williams. Now that's the cover. I want to go inside the book now for the same picture. The cover alone is heavy.
Do y'all know what y'all looking at on the cover? Because Bishop going to go into it. But do y'all see what y'all see? All right.
Okay, go in. Okay. Yeah, now y'all see you got the angels on top. You got the cherubim on the side, in the middle, and Christ in the middle. Christ in the middle. The cherubim on either side of them, right and left. And two archangels, possibly Gabriel and Michael, on the top. Let's read what the words say. Go to the wording. Here we go. Let me show you. When we say the white man is the devil, we mean that thing. When God says they're the synagogue of Satan, he means that thing.
Hey, they don't believe when we be telling them that the so-called white man tries his best to just make you see what you're not seeing.
Right. Captain Isaac, can you do us the honors and read this?
Yes, sir. You want it from the top?
Yep.
Christ in majesty.
This is referring to the picture that we just showed you.
Christ, whose darkened flesh tones now give him an almost negroid cast.
Do you see this? An almost Negro. They lie in all. See?
There you go. That's the example right there. When they said a rare sight in Rome, they're doing the same Jedi mind trick right here.
Give him an almost Negroid cast. Is shown enthroned between two cherubs within a great. Can we go back to the picture? An almost Negro. That looks Negro to me.
You got to zoom in on the different parts of it. Zoom in so they can see the eyes and the hair and all that. They got to see all that.
Look
so, Bishop, so when it says Christ in majesty, Christ, whose darkened flesh tones give him an almost Negroid cast. So you looking at it and you say, he's Negro. But the white man said, no, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. He might look black, but he's not quite black. You almost went for it.
Yeah.
He said you almost went for it, but I'm just letting you know he's not quite black.
He's really a white man.
He's really a white man whose flesh tones are darkened.
Yeah. That's what they do.
You went to sleep. So when you first looked at it without the racist writing,
right.
Christ is black. You said Christ is black. Oh my goodness. White man said, ho, don't get too happy. His flesh tones appear like he's a Negro, but he's not quite Negro.
He went back to sleep.
Went back to sleep again.
Don't think we ain't got it. Now watch this. Give me Job 30. So if we were the knights of the round table and we were the great kings and queens and rulers of the dark ages, where was the white man? In caves, in caves, in caves. This is some history they don't want nobody to know. Read that for me, Captain Isaac. Job 30. Let's start at verse 1.
Job chapter 30 and verse 1. But now, they that are younger than I have me in derision.
So when Job says, they that are younger than I have me in derision, he's prophesying, okay? They that are younger than I is talking about the white man. Now you might ask, but didn't the white man come out first with Jacob and Esau? Yes. So when it says they that were younger than I means that we are God's what? His firstborn, his heir. Remember it says Israel is my son, even what? My firstborn. So that's why Job says this. Read it again.
But now, they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Job said this particular race, he's talking about Esau, I would hate for them to sit with the dogs of my flock. Why? Because you turn your back, they humping the dog. Oh, come on.
Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine, they were solitary.
For lack and famine, they were solitary. They were singled out. Go ahead.
fleeing into the wilderness.
Fleeing into the wilderness, come on.
In former time, desolate and waste.
In former time, desolate and waste. This is not talking about during the time of Genesis, because it said Esau was what? Rich. Here, it said they were solitary, in former time, desolate and waste. Go ahead.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men.
What did we do to them? We drove them forth from among us. We didn't want Esau around us. We kicked them out of Dodge. We pushed them into the caves of the Caucasus Mountains. That's the area of land we allowed them to live in. This is the history the white man don't want you to know. Read it again.
They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
We chased them like they stole something. Go ahead.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys.
Now that's how you know it's the white man. Read it again.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
What did Obadiah say about Esau? They that dwell in the clefts of the rocks. It's talking about the same thing.
Hey, Bishop, what you're reading there is heavy because it goes with Obadiah. What did we do? It said we cried after them as after a thief.
As after a thief.
That's what it says in Obadiah, the 5th verse. It says, if thieves came to thee and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Because this man will steal till he can't steal no more.
Right.
Because that's the kind of thief he is. So we did not want that kind of person, that kind of people around us.
Exactly.
When it says desolate and waste, that's Malachi 1 and 3. We are
Exactly.
impoverished.
Exactly.
We'll build the desolate places.
Yep.